welcome to John Wick 1. And welcome to my phone being able to control my living room lights 2. Now, I wasn't sure how to structure this, so I'm just going to put the camera in my head and wing it, because that's how Z-Reviews works. You see, I bought, months ago, 2 Fluence, bipole/dipole speakers, which means, for those of you who are unaware, the speakers look like this. So, where a normal speaker looks like this, where it is front firing, and this one happens to be front ported, and these are the sound appeals that I've been using as my rear channels forever, basically since I moved into the apartment. Now, well, actually these are the side channels. I do have rear channels, back channels, but I have them shut off for this particular little review. Now, we're going to discuss things. We're not just going to point and say, oh, this is good, and then you buy it, because we're going to discuss the options that exist. And I'll pull the covers off of the bigger set. And I say bigger set very loosely. So anyway, I've always used standard directional speakers for rear channel. If this room was a 5.1, it would have a left, a center, a right back, and a left back. But it is actually, there's no center, but I'll pretend there is one, because most people will have one, and I should have one, but then it would ruin my beautiful facade. But this is actually a 7.1, where instead of having back channels, you then get a side channel and then a back channel. So, back channels, directional, because when the couch is like this here's how this works. We're discussing whether you need surround channels. Zeos, do I need surround channels? Will 3.1 be enough? No. And I don't know your particular situation. But let's mute the front channels. So now all we have playing are the side channels, because remember the ones behind us are disabled, and the subwoofer will keep playing. Here's the deal with surround sound. Yes, all dialogue comes from the center channel. Everything that happens on screen, in fact, comes from a center channel. And then your left and right take over for loud explosions and cars flying off the screen or on or through, giving you basically effects channels, which is why I don't run a center, because if you shut off the center in the receiver, now the speakers up front, whatever they are, and in this case they're CAF-R 300s, which someone loaned me, now those are doing everything on screen and all the effects, so I'm getting the full use out of them. And the subs down there. Don't concern yourself with the front. The point is, with all that in the front, with all of that in the front, and those are like $1,400 a pair of speakers, and those are now 500 watt channel subwoofers, do you still need shitty $60 a pair rears? Yes. And we'll talk about those ohms. We're going to talk about the Fluence. You're not even going to believe what the Canto Bends are doing here. And then the Ohm Omnidirectional mini speakers. So like I said, these have been my speakers on the sides forever. And then at some point, these showed up. Still have the strap on there. And then I did that. So now what happens? What happens when you have the speaker that has double directionality or bipole? The point of a rear channel is you should sit here in your couch or sofa or whatever, and something happens on screen, and you know exactly where it's happening on screen, and you know it moves to the left. But then it has to move behind you, and you should not know where behind you is. Because humans don't know where behind you is. Humans, you don't have to know that John Wick's car goes from the center of the screen to the left, and then exactly to this point, which is why there's 2 ends to the speaker. It's shooting sound in both directions. It's shooting sound sometimes in and out of phase. It's should confuse you. If you put this speaker and the other one just up for music, you wouldn't be able to comprehend what was happening. That's the point of dipole speakers. They'll lose the sound. We're trying to lose the sound. Oh, by the way, both these sets will be in, this is April, May's yard sale. Both sets of these, because I want them out of my fucking house. They've been here for months. And long story short is I'm not keeping either one of them for my rear channels. Oh, I painted these white. Not very well. I mean, look at these paint runs. They're terrible. But I personally painted them white because they were $100 a pair, and no one makes them in white. Granted, they don't look very good with the covers off. There's a lot. They're very busy. They're very busy. We'll talk about the different styles for a little bit. So, like I said, directional speaker. This shoots sound forward like a flashlight. And if a speaker's behind you, like legitimately in the back of the room, that's fine. Because you're going to sit here, and you ever try to pinpoint something happening like behind you? It doesn't happen. Nothing happens. Like, it's like, yeah, it was back there, but was it back there this way? Or so it doesn't matter. Behind you, I don't think matters as far as losing sound. So feel free, by all means, unless you're sitting under it and pointing down, you could use a directional speaker in the back. But sides, they're a little different. And depending on where you're putting, if you're just doing a 5.1 and your rear speakers, if there was a wall here and you had to put your couch up against the wall in the back of the room, that's when things get tricky. We're going to discuss some stuff too that I've never heard discussed, but thanks to the ohms for pointing it out, and now I think I understand. So, these were my rear channel speakers, and I was very happy with them. Shit would go on, then shit would move back, and I would hear it go tss, into the sizzling tweeter in these goddamn sound appeals, and oh yeah, and then it would move back to the Micas. Those are MB42Xs. I spent the extra money, although I don't think you'd actually need the crossover to work for back channels. Alright, you know what's going on right now? John Wick is playing, correct? There's no front channel, there's no center channel, the subwoofer's playing, and these two rear channels are playing, and those are disabled. So, what you're hearing right now, this is what rear channels do. And this is what it's playing, by the way. Hold that, Chewbacca. That. Theos, what the fuck is happening? Why is that pointing up? But you see, the regular speaker that points out, that's worst case scenario. That's directional audio, you know where it's coming from. Yeah, they're cheap, and it's easy, and one on the wall, and it's fine. This is the next step up, because you get a confused sound image. You get more sound. My big thing with rear channels is people are always like, oh, I'll put these little tiny little baby cubes up in the corner and it'll be hidden. And then when I say no. I say no. One of the reasons I like those sound appeals, those are a 6 and a fucking ½ inch. It doesn't matter what the tweeter is like, because the tweeter was murderous and it's got a front port. So it was ideal for the cheapest possible rear channel. Because here's my thinking on rear channel. There's almost no fidelity involved. Like this is a $100 pair. This is a $200 pair. If you stack the boxes on top of each other, it's approximately 3/8 of an inch deeper, the same width, and an inch higher. And the drivers are of higher quality of this. And the only benefit from going from $100 a pair to $200 a pair is a slight increase in volume. Maybe the sharpness of the highs as things whiz by you. You're not judging a rear channel by fidelity. What I judge a rear channel by is volume, and I mean like, fuck, is it like when something flies by, do I feel like it's actually flying by? Or is it just like, voomp, I don't want voomp, I want voomp, voomp, which means large, loud rear channels. When people put in little tiny microcubes, that means you're dumping everything under 100 hertz or even 120 hertz to the subwoofer, which is, guess where that isn't? It's not in the rear. So Bigger is better in the rear. And if you have the choice of this, and my friend's house has this. He has a couch against the wall, and his rear speaker is here. You see here? You see where I'm standing? You see where I am, the rear channel? And this is where some poor schmuck is sitting, and he's about to watch the opening to Dunkirk and die? Yeah, that's not good. What I would recommend highly is you take any speaker that's... Oh, I gotta put it right here. No. As far away as you can. Up against the ceiling. Can I hang this again? I'm the best. This is a rule now. I'm making a rule. Every rear speaker should be a minimum of 4 to 5 feet. For you Europeans, that would be 1.47 meters from a person's head. Having a rear channel here and having a rear channel here, shoot yourself in the fucking head. Because guess what? This rear channel, that guy in the end can't hear it. And that rear channel, this guy can't hear it. The only thing you know is people are dying. So the way you fix that is you move the speakers up. If this is a wall here, just up. All the way to the ceiling pointing down. You could use just there. This just take a mica, mount it to the ceiling pointing straight down. Get distance. You don't want little speakers next to people whispering. You don't want to go, whoo, I'm a plane, whoom. You want to back that shit up and be like, whoa, plane, I'm a plane. And then you get that fucking effect. Back it up until you can make it loud. Now these do a damn good job. I'm recommending these. I'm selling these. However, take this off the wall. And I'll even talk about in-wall, in-ceiling, because people knock that. You can't do in-wall, in-ceiling in the front. In the front three, the big three, where fidelity and poise and balance all matter, you need boxes that float in the room. You need to be able to walk up to the speaker and say, there is my speaker. It has a space to breathe. When you mount something in a wall, it uses the whole wall as a waveguide. You've also now confused it because you know how this is a box that's calculated? Well, your wall is not a box that's calculated. It's just some fucking random wall. So, but rear channels, that doesn't matter. Fidelity is at the bottom of the list of rear channel fucking duties. So by all means, put it in wall. Put an in-ceiling round. In-ceiling round speakers. Micah sells a pair that I will link in the description. They're 8-inch in-ceiling speakers with a pointable dome tweeter for like fucking $39 each. And you know what? What did I say the two things about rear channels are? You got to have it has to be lost and it has to be loud. And guess what an 8-inch driver in your ceiling is? Loud. That's all you need sometimes. Everyone's so concerned about matching. Oh, I have the KEF R300s for my fronts, so therefore I should get KEF R100s for my rear. No, no. Don't you fucking spend that much on rear channels. I'm here to... This is all that comes out of rear channels. Is like random sounds. That subwoofer's kicking ass, by the way, right now. You get some slight echoes. I mean, you know how loud the fronts are right now? Because you're hearing this and you're going, well, Zios, that's a lot of, there's some sound coming out of that. I'm going to notice it if it's not high quality. Let me refresh your memory of what this should sound like. And I usually run my rear channels louder than I should because, well, fuck it. So here's what the whole thing sounds like. Those are doing most of the work. 75-80% of the sounds coming from there, and these are just filling in the gap. So don't worry about it being like, oh man, I could hear that the tweeter is not 100. I'll get to why that one's up there. Did I talk about in-ceiling and in-wall? I'm okay with in-ceiling and in-wall for surround sound. You just know you have to mount it into a ceiling or a wall, so you're cutting a giant hole and it's pretty much permanent. I'll move you off for a second. Let me show you this. Now, Ohm sent me 2 sets of speakers. directionals, like my Ohm Walsh there, in little baby form, same size baby form, and these, which are omnidirectional, and these are designed to be used for rear channels. Hi, Boopums. Oh, did you get your toy? Did you get Pasta's toy? Up here. Bring me Pasta's toy. No? She's just going to fight with her little toy. Anyway, so this is an omnidirectional speaker that's designed to go and mount completely flat against the wall. As you can see, here's the bracket, they're over there. You're supposed to screw the bracket in, and this just goes and hooks onto the wall, and then shoots in all directions. And that's not a bad idea. In fact, that's a great idea. In fact, I use these, and they work really fucking well. There's a problem with them, though. 60 a pair, 60 a pair, 100 a pair, 200 a pair, $700 a pair. What? I love Ohm. I love my Ohms. I love my Brooklyn-made Ohms with real wood grain. I love them. No. There'll be no buying of $700 rear speakers. I don't care. Couple reasons. Number one, as much as I love them, and I love the fucking look at the veneer on these. Look at it glisten. I wish my big towers were like this. As much as I love these speakers, like as far as the looks go, I think they look a little strange. A, they look a little strange, and B is the big part. There's only a 4-inch driver in here, which is the same as the little mica. Little mica. So there's a little mica driver with a little tweeter on top of it, and that's performing omnidirectional duties. And what were the rules? The rules were big, loud. Loud. It needs to be able to perform loudly, and to push a 4-inch, like at least this has 2 4-inch, and this has 2 5 1/4, and that has one pretty robust 5 1/4, and that's a 6 1/2. It's too much money for a 4-inch driver. It produces no low end. This box is basically useless because there's no ports on these. When I review the other one, the non-omnidirectional one, I'm going to bitch quite a bit, and then I'm going to give it one scenario where it works. Just one scenario that I found in the months I've had them where I say, oh wow, these speakers might be worth owning, because those are also $700 a pair. What is it, poopers? Hi, poopers. Let's go to a part where John Wick is shooting. Oh, you see the other guy in the neck. The shooting has started there. But here's what these speakers did, all right? I can't recommend them. They're too damn expensive, and they don't accomplish enough. They work. I sat here, though, and I was listening, and I'm like, wow. Because here's what's happening. This speaker's omnidirectionality is not shooting out sound this way, as much as it is shooting out sound here and up to that ceiling, and then this entire space starts reflecting sound down. And I'm like, that's fucking fantastic. You know, all these other speakers, oh, they're shooting left and right, or that one's shooting straight out. This is a whole different category. But do I want to spend $700 on my rears? And I went, nah. What else could I try? And that's why I finally took out the Canto bends, which are a coaxial, a dusty coaxial. And I just literally threw them down right here. And oh, and here's the difference with these speakers. Because I set up this stand, right? And the stand ends like here. And there's this much space to the wall. These speakers do not function. This system of bouncing off the wall does not function if you are 2 inches from the wall. Your shit has to be on the wall, like on it. Like if I can make this gap smaller, I would. Because then you get that wash. That full room wash. This is what I've been using. I was experimenting. I had these $700, and then I put the Canto bends there, and I haven't moved them. They do this job. Alright. The only speakers playing right now in this room are those Canto bends. 2 Canto bends and that subwoofer, and they're not little tiny speakers making sound. They are the entirety of this wall and ceiling. And depending on where you are from it, the reflections, you could turn and swear there's things coming from up there. Where's the shooting start? Alright, you know what? I gotta go to the movie. There is a the movie. Hi, baby. Yeah, I love you. We all love you. The internet loves you and they'll support you on Patreon. Should I give Chewbacca her own Patreon? I bet you it'll beat mine in like a matter of days. I don't like this movie for its plot, but I use it all the time. You're not helping, Chewbacca. You're not helping. Highest rated Zeos video ever. Lone Survivor. Lone Survivor is a story of Mark Wahlberg being a hero of the American Army, and he's a hero. Wow, am I getting good at that? That's how many times I've opened this movie, because this is the exact second. I just clicked on a 2-hour movie in like a little thing with a touchpad, and I'm to the second where shit's about to go real. So, I don't like this movie. It's based on a true story. God bless all the heroes of America, blah, blah, blah. However, that no one would have lived that many gunshots. Like, no one would have lived that many gunshots. And now we listen to surround sound. By the way, you can do this at home. Just leave your surround receiver the way it's supposed to be. Go behind your front 2 speakers, disconnect the grounds on both of them, and go behind your center channel and disconnect the ground on that. Or you could disable it in there. And just listen to your rear channels. Just listen to rear channels and just listen to what is happening. Because I think it'll astonish you to actually hear what is happening and why the hell did you spend so much money on matching clips rear channels. That sound happens. This is it. Listen. There's like... Zipsity doodas. All the way up to the ceiling. I'm hearing it. I'm hearing it there and there. So, I don't know what I'm sure there's a professional term. I'm sure I'm not the first person to talk about this, but I've never really seen surround speakers set up like this. I've seen Atmos speakers that bounce off the ceiling. But what the fuck does that mean? Because this ain't no Atmos speaker, this is just a speaker. And putting it there, puts the plane of sound above the person's head, so they'll never hear a directionality to it. And then you get this entire wash of sound coming out. So basically, and here's the thing, you don't need a coaxial to do this. You don't need the coaxial to do this. I could take micas, or I could take my sound appeals, or you could take Dayton B652s, lay them down, push them all the way against the wall, and shoot them up. Try that. I'm not joking. It costs you nothing if you have those speakers right now to just try what I'm telling you. My name is Zeos Pantera, and I got a problem. You know what my problem is? No enough people try shit. Just try it. It's free. If you own shit, it's free. Listen. You're listening to the maximum fidelity of rear channels. Now, if I stare into the speaker long enough, it just, that's just what's happening. By the way, there is an entire video of this. People ask me all the time when I hold one of these, like, oh my God, what is that? It has a handle? Is that a cutting board? Look up on this channel, Ultimate HTPC remote, and this will come up. And it's great, except currently this thing is starting to, it's been like 2 years. So this thing's starting to weird out, but the batteries in this also die fast, and I wish this had a light in it so bad. This is a Rapu. It's a Rapu, and this is a Dell. This whole video, I bought about $300 in speakers to talk about them, and Ohm sent me a $700 pair, and I'm gonna stand here staring at some old Canto Bends that I basically said are horrible speakers and tell you how they are the best rear channel things I've ever used. And here's another thing. I have them up in these stands just because I had other speakers up in there. I was doing testing. I could make those stands 2 feet lower. I could take it, I could completely just, because here's the beauty part, Rich, which is a reference from Weekend at Bernie's, and you people should know it. That sucks. Actually, where's that piece of yoga mat? I'll link this in the description, even though it has nothing to do specifically with rear channels. 1/4-inch yoga mat, the thick stuff, just perfect. There. And now you know what's going to happen? Now instead of it projecting sound from here to here, it's going to do it from there. I'm pretty sure if I put that speaker on the floor, which, let's not be pretty sure. Let's be fucking super sure. Hi, Shinobu. You know, that guy Zeos, he's passionate. He's also crazy. Okay. Actually, here, we're just gonna tilt it up. Really get it, just flinging that shit. Let's unpause the movie and see what it sounds like. Ladies and gentlemen, did I just fix your problem with rear channel speakers? I'm pretty sure it did. I'm gonna keep going. I mean, that I can't put on the floor, that has to stay there, and I would want to match it on the other side because there is a definite difference. This sounds louder because it's concentrating the sound more than that, but that still just did a thing that blew my fucking mind. Yeah, I'm hearing the sound. Just let's straighten it out. Sound is very, very delicate as far as positioning. Ah, that sound just went from there up over my head to here and down. There you go. My wife won't let me run rear channel speakers. My husband won't let me run rear channel speakers. My trigendered pyrofox mate won't let me run rear channel speakers. What if you put the speakers on the floor? I'm serious. Now this only works when you have like walls on the left and right, or if you put it in the corner. Zeos is a madman. Why is he telling people to do this? Because it fucking works. Because all it takes is 12 minutes of experimentation to prove that it works. If I move this table out, or move this out, I can put it on the floor there, but there's too many obstacles. So the ideal thing would be, this is as low as it'll go. That's where it has to stay, which is probably where I'm going to keep it for the rest of its fucking life. I will find a matching stand exactly this tall. And then that's it. I get a piece of PVC pipe, just put it there, or mount on the wall and just have it support. Rear channels are not hard. Everyone is afraid of putting in rear channels. Oh, it's so much work. We got to run the wires around the room, or we got to run them under the floor. Oh, what about wireless rear channels, Zeos? Shouldn't you talk about those? No. Because wireless is a fallacy, because you need to plug it into power. So you're running a wire. She really loves that thing. Stop eating it. I'll make the Roomba chase you. I don't know what to... I know exactly what I came on and started this video to talk about. Rear channel speakers in general. This is worst case scenario. In wall is even better than having a speaker loose and forward pointing, because the waveguide will cover the entire wall. You'll lose it a little bit because of that, which is why they suck for actually using them for the front channels. But rear channels, back channels, side channels, ceiling channels, I'm all for in ceiling, in wall. Now these are a very good option. Now they ugly. I mean, you guys are ugly and they're dirty too. Remember, I'm selling both of these on the yard sale. I paid $100 for these, and then I spent the time to paint them. So if you're gonna bid, please bid over $100, because it's still gonna cost me money to ship the box. And they're the only white pair of fluence, even if they're shittily painted, and they are shittily painted. They're the only ones that exist. But these are not. I don't understand why that isn't a thing. Why? Why is this a thing? Why is this more complicated thing a thing? I mean, what I'm looking at here, though, however, is like, why don't I just push that against the wall? And I think it's because you need everything close to the wall. If you're going to use a straight-up standard speaker like this, you got to do that. Just do that. Just do that. There. Big, blank, plain wall, right into a corner. Rear channel solved. I mean, shit, I'm running this one on the floor. Let me move it over a little bit. Give it right in the middle of this space. Because I could turn that one. I could pick that one up and turn it. And then I'll know exactly where the sound is happening. Yeah. Yeah, now I hear a speaker. That's not what you want. You do not want to hear a speaker with your rear channel. If you hear the speaker, you bought the wrong speaker. That's what I used to do with this. You used to hear where the speaker was. You put these in, you hear less where the speaker is because it's shooting in both directions. So it's just like this big wall of sound. But you know how you got a wall of sound is you fucking turn this up, point it at the goddamn wall, and now it becomes the wall of sound. I wonder if I could do like that. Oh, I could do like a dampening field. Oh, now I can't get any direct fucking locatability. You might be witnessing the birth of something that's going to cause me to be in copyright lawsuits forever. Dios, what do you do for a living? I play with sound. I play with sound for cheap. There are some people you give them this job and they just keep spending more and more money and more and more money and more and more money. I don't want to spend any more money. Ever. I want to take $60 speakers I had nothing to do better, and I want to lean them against the wall and then listen to them and go, is that the best rear channels I've ever heard? Yeah. Yeah, it is. This could be a 45. I don't even know how many minutes I've been recording. These are fine. This is fine. Even the goddamn, if you have no budget, you get in Dayton's B652s. I see people trying to recommend like $500 pairs of like ultra hyper thin flat box speakers. Don't bother. It's not about thin and against the wall. It's about throwing the sound. You can point a speaker on the floor up and there will be sound there. Because we're not trying to set up, you know, a concert where that is absolutely, get my measurement microphone out and point it at the wall. No, we just need to get the sound of ricocheting bullets and jets flying by and what's another? Mad Max, oh, Fury Road. Stupid, don't be stupid. 7 might be too loud and blow shit up. Shh, listen. Absolutely there's sound coming from the ceiling.
My name is Max. My world is fire.
I can tell you right now I need to make that one louder. Speaker setup, speaker settings. Nope, not there. Yeah, speaker settings. No. Speaker config. No. Oh, God. Setup. Speaker setup. Level calibration. Left, right. So yeah, I'm up plus 3 decibels and plus 2 decibels for that one.
We are killing for gasoline.
Another thing you probably want to do is buy a cheap speaker for the rear because I want you to turn it up so fucking loud that you possibly could destroy it. That's why there's micas up here. That's why there were $60 sound appeals on the side. And that's why I'm saying do not buy ohms with little 4-inch drivers. Because you're going to, rear channels, if you're pumping your front, your rears have to be louder than your fronts to really get the effects happening. And you're going to melt them. And when they melt, you need to go, oh shit. And then spend $60 to repair them. Now going to sit here playing with these now. Because this actually works. I feel like I should develop a speaker that just has a shield in front of it like this, so you don't directly locate it. And it just bounces sound onto the walls. It just bounces sound onto the walls and you're happy. This is what Zeos does all day, every day. He just figures out how to make cheap shit sound amazing. I've been in $100,000 goddamn surround sound setups. Demo rooms at local places that sell, you know, speakers worth $10,000, $12,000 a pair, and they don't sound good. There's no artistry to it. They're just reading the book, and this is how you're supposed to do it according to Cedia. Cedia says this is the... No, fuck everything you've ever read and published. Play with it. It's free to move speakers and turn them upside down and twist them and... Ooh, let's try this. And yeah, there's some shit that's published and you want to follow it. I don't care. I don't care. This is the best thing I've heard right now. I'm probably going to get that one off the floor simply because the cat's going to stand on it. And I have to match that side. But once I do... That's what's staying here. I've got all the resources. I have every pair of speakers in existence sitting on a wall in the other room, and I don't want any of them doing my rear channels except for a set of Canto Bends that I paid $60 for 2 years ago and haven't used them since. So this is my review of rear channel speakers. Basically, don't spend too much. Don't spend too much. These work. Dipoles, bipoles work. Because the whole point is to lose the sound. But that works best. Thank you, Ohm, for sending me these. You gave me you inspired me to figure out how to not have a reason to spend $700 on ohms. And here you go. Max Rockatansky.
Once, I was a cop. A road warrior searching for a righteous cause.
Thermonuclear skirmish.
Thermonuclear skirmish. Boom. Back that shit up.
Thermonuclear skirmish.
That sound came from this weird holographic circle man that was standing right here. That's perfect. You can't find Canto Bends anymore, unfortunately. If I find them, I'll link them, but you can't find them. I hate to do this to everybody. In fact, here's the waifu wallpaper, which you can't see because the top's cut off because my screen's 235 to 1, but the projector's 16 by 9. So I just move the video down when I'm playing it, which is why it looks great. And when you shut the lights off, you can't tell. But yeah, you get some 02 waifu. 02 waifu. And I hope you enjoy it. How am I going to sell this to the internet? Oh, it's real easy because it costs you nothing. Just take some old speakers, lay them down on the floor and try it. If you don't believe me, give this video 2 months. Oh, I saw that video 2 months ago. Go back, check the comments. People, hello, if you're watching, if you're a Zeos loyal and you think Zeos isn't that crazy, do this. You don't have to get the fucking phone blocks and put them in front, but just take an old speaker, even an old two-way speaker, and just lay it against the wall. Perpendicular. Don't point it at the wall. You want the reflection to happen the entire way up. And if you ever held a flashlight, Alexa, turn off the living room lights.
Okay.
She listened to me. If you ever held a flashlight up, you know this is what it does when you hold it against the wall. Look, look. That is what we're aiming. That is literally what is happening. Can I get this to stand up? Come on, you bitch. My little clip's fucking it up. That's what's happening. Light and sound are doing the exact same thing. I'm getting this initial burst that gets a little bit duller, and then boom, ceiling sound. Wow, look at all the shit on my walls. And when you do it did you do it from the floor? Hold on, Chewbacca. She's looking at me like, what the hell is this crazy asshole doing? That is what I'm accomplishing. If I hum.
Our bones are poisoned. We have become half-life.
That is the weirdest thing ever.
As the world fell,
Brilliant men have played with sound for decades. And they always say, oh, like my omnidirectional ohms in the front. They're a hard sell unless you hear them. I don't want the speaker to show. Trust me. Some things are just better that way.
worming their way into the
black matter of my brain. Take it from someone who's seen Mad Max Fury Road about 37 times all the way through, including in black and white, because I could actually lower the saturation with a keyboard command. What is it? Shift negative? Yeah. Boom.
Into the black matter.
So we can watch black and white Mad Max.
Elvis Max promised to help us.
It's so good. It's so good. Anyway, go get your waifu downloads in the description. I'll link to a whole bunch of shit. There's no resources that say exactly how this system works. I just explain it with a flashlight. If you made it this far into this 47-minute long video, where I basically say, look, rear channels don't fucking matter. Just get them in there. Any way you can get them in there. Using the cheapest fucking gauge wire. Get the fucking speakers in the back. Because having just front channel speakers is not the experience of a surround sound. Even the shittiest tiny, even Kovo S's on the floor screaming till they explode is better than not having anything at all. Period. There are some people who are absolute purists. 2.0 is all you need for movies. Nah, dog. I mean, I basically have 2.0 in the front because I have no center channel, but you gotta have that rear. You gotta have it just expand and bring things to the back. So I'm gonna go pet my cat now and probably pass out because it's 12 o'clock at night. Well, 11:55. So good night, everyone. Thank you for joining. Links, Patreon in the upper right. There's also a website, hifiguides.com. I'm not sure if it's up fully. In fact, I definitely know it's not up fully, but me and DMS3 TV are working on it, and it's going to eventually expand out beyond headphones to speakers, and then specifically surround sound stuff. It'll be everything you need, hopefully. And right now, I'm going to go and listen to some music and weep. So don't forget, you can bid on these fluencies, and the ohms have to go back to ohm. And the bends stay with me.